Oh, hello. This is Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Kevin. Although tonight it's past his prime Superman. We'll get to that in a minute. But, this is Dirty 20 Gaming, and as usual, some friends of mine have agreed to come and play a game with me, and that will always and forever make me happy. Because there's a bajillion things they could be doing, and instead they chose to be here doing this. So, we're going to do this slightly differently tonight, but first we're going to start with the person playing, I want to pronounce this right, Veronica for us this evening.
Yes,
Yes, Janet, tell us about what else you're doing, because you, as usual, have been very busy. I'll put your links up.
I'm making videos and streams and reviews, but lately I was also part of Inktober challenge. So
Mhm.
I was drawing every day through October.
Ah, cool. And we got your links up to see that and to see your Twitch channel and your
I'm
YouTube
also
link. Yeah.
I'm also playing in another game. It I don't know how to pronounce
Oh,
name, but
idolatry.
Shadowrun.
Yeah, yes, our
Yeah.
Shadowrun game that's normally on the Friday night slot and will eventually return after an unintended hiatus. But we'll get there. It doesn't matter. We always do. But thank you. Thank you very much for that, and thank you for showing up for us tonight. The other
You're
person.
welcome.
Oh, thank you. The other person that is with us this evening, we're gonna instead of talking to the player, we're gonna talk to the alter ego, or at least about the alter ego, because he's sitting right fucking there. Mr. Bones, tell us your origin story, if you would.
Well, I don't have it in me to give the whole story in character.
No, that's fine.
I didn't smoke enough for that. But Mr. Bones is he's a character he started on a one shot here on Dirty 20 Gaming when we were doing the Friday Fun Shots. He was in a game of Adventure Skeletons. Um, and he was an absolute riot. And I think it was the next week after was a game of System Shutdown. And I just, after a very weird night, because I worked nights at the time, um, just thinking about it at work, uh, I got the idea that I'm going to make a cyborg skeleton. I'm going to make Mr. Bones. And then he just kept coming back. Um, he is a cyborg skeleton pirate who has been
Sometimes gold
gilded,
plated. Yep.
sometimes gold plated, usually gold plated. And after some point, he basically became the poster boy for my intrusive thoughts.
Yes.
And I ended up finding
Covets milk.
Covets
Yes,
milk,
yes.
yes. I ended up finding this mask one Halloween.
Yes.
And as part of my Cyberpunk Red campaign, Mr. Bones is the fixer, the NPC fixer. And so this kind of became my mask for Bones. He recently showed up in an episode of Deviant Paradox and proceeded to derail the absolute fuck out of everything.
As he does. As he does.
Yeah,
That's
just-
a nice full circle when somebody else brings your character back for you. That's pretty cool.
He didn't even say anything.
Oh,
And he's
perfect.
just absolutely ruined it. It was
Well,
great.
I forgot to mention, you are clearly in costume. I am in a costume that we'll get to in a second. Janet, who is with us from halfway around the world, is also in costume and is a witch, which is why her character
Yeah.
art has the witch hat on in the screen that you folks are seeing.
I should say ha ha ha, like witch.
And now that mask that's on Sid probably makes more sense too. We've got our characters wearing the same masks and outfits as our players. But that brings us to me. We can put it off no longer. You're looking at the big S and you're thinking, "Oh, he's Superman. Cool. How original." It's more original than that. This is past his prime Superman. He used to be able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Now he's just about able to stumble over a cottage if he gets a good run up. He used to be faster than a speeding bullet. He's now slightly quicker than the express bus. He used to be the man of steel. He's now the man of rust. His beard has gone blue with age, as it does for Kryptonians. He needs Clark Kent's glasses to see now. He doesn't wear the cape anymore because it's itchy. His circulation is so bad he has had to add space heaters to the Fortress of Solitude. That's my character. So.
The last bit's great.
Oh, again, okay, thank you for the thing. One moment, please. I'm going to unplug and replug this, and hopefully that distortion will go away. Okay, my return has returned. I think that's good. Hopefully that's better. All right. With that, there's a dedication to tonight. It's worse now. Shit. Okay. Let me try again. Hello. Like a fan blowing across. Nope, there's no fan. Hang on. Let me put a filter on
Boss
this.
Kevin's hot air.
Yeah, there is that. It's gone now. Okay, I just had to click 42 times. Yeah, let me know if it comes back. It's just, I really should spend $4 on a USB cord. I'm supposed to be a professional. But anyway, let me know. But there's a dedication to tonight, because tonight is, as this goes out live, Halloween evening. And this show tonight is going out to all those people who love Halloween and for whatever reason aren't able to celebrate tonight as they'd like to. This one's for you. And with that, we'll get started. When the Smithsonian Institute's Department of Ornithology, ranked number 2 in the world, look it up, I did, received the report of a possible sighting of Oceanic eclectus, a parrot thought to be extinct for some 3,000 years, but possibly sighted once near here in the South Pacific in 1793. They sprung into action and started planning an expedition to that South Pacific island, called Nan Badal, Real Island, Real Ruins. Scientists there studying the ancient Popayan ruins on the coral reef in the lagoon. On a trip to the main body of the island to see if there were traces of the nearly lost culture there, researchers, archaeologists and not ornithologists, reported and took pictures of a bird they claimed was Oceanic eclectus. That picture was enough to trigger the expedition, but knowing it would take at least a year to plan and execute such a logistically challenging program, they sent a tiny party ahead to get the lay of the land and to have a look around. And that's where you two come into the picture. You're experts in the field, and it's an academic honor to be chosen. And I suspect you're reminding yourselves of that as you stand on the pebble-strewn beach of a South Pacific island watching the Twin Otter float plane that brought you here disappear into the endless blue sky. It's a day and a half of walking through the jungle to the scientists' camp where you'll be picked up in a week's time. On your way there, you'll pass through the area where the parrot was supposedly seen. It's 42 Celsius. 100 and something. And you know that once you move off this beach, there will be almost no breeze in the jungle. You can smell the fecundity, that combination of growth and rot that makes this place what it is. In the middle distance down the beach, there's a group of monkeys cracking coconuts open on a pointed rock and then eating and drinking the contents. This whole place is noisy. There's birds, there's animals, there's insects, there's the waves, there's the wind in the trees. It's noisy, hot, and dangerous. A wall of towering clouds in the distance promises a storm. Let's start with that. Let's start with Veronica. You're an ornithologist, yeah?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where we sleep, we need to shelter.
You have with you, you're on expedition, so you have a small tent each and a bedroll and water and dried food and all the requirements. It's supposed to be 1.5 days walk, and you've got enough food for a week.
All right.
So you're good there.
I was scared we need steal coconuts
Oh no,
from
this
monkeys.
for the monkeys. This isn't Survivor. You're sponsored by the Smithsonian. You got good stuff. But what are your? Let's start with Veronica. What are your thoughts? You're an ornithologist of some repute. You've probably been on trips before, but maybe not to a place this extreme. Looking at that wall of jungle, what's Veronica thinking?
So hot. I need to go to chateau.
So you just immediately move into the shadow of the trees.
Yes.
Yeah. Sid Brimlock, I recognize you, you bastard. You can't hide from me. Last time I saw you, you were in Florence.
You should say how much temperature in Fahrenheit.
I did. I told them it was
Because
100 and something. That's all the work I'm doing for them. If they need more accuracy than that, they can figure it out themselves. I think.
Apparently, the
It's about
sound
106.
noise is back.
Oh, the fuck.
I'll help, or at least my phone will.
This is going to be an interesting night. Okay. All right. So, oops, we're back. Where am I? There. Okay. So, you step into the shade, and yeah, it's about 106. And the thing is, it's about 90% humidity. Like, it's just. There's a big storm coming, but even without that, it feels like it's always raining here. This is the South Pacific. This is extreme tropics. But once you move into the trees, you're under multiple layered canopy, so it is at least not in the direct sunlight. It's in that interesting green glowing space. But I want to get Sid there first. Veronica looks around for a second, turns, and starts to move towards the tree line.
yeah,
Just maybe it's that movement, maybe it's something else, but as you look around, Sid, you see that the coconut monkeys down the beach suddenly drop everything and just bolt into the jungle. They're monkeys, right? They're easily shocked.
Easily shocked, but
these aren't like apes, right? These are little monkeys.
yeah, they ran into the forest. Not okay. So they
had come out of the forest with their coconuts, were smashing them on the rocks, and then something shocked them and they ran back into the forest. But that's like a kilometer down the beach, half a kilometer down the beach, 500 meters.
Well, the locals are scared.
Yards, so.
Locals have been spooked by something. We should probably get going.
And you turn around and head into the. Yeah.
and Veronica said, yeah, I'm on it. And faster, go.
And yeah, tighten up the straps on your backpack. I have a very expensive backpack provided you by the Smithsonian Institute. And the two of you head into the forest. It's like walking into a different world. There's light but no sun. Like, you couldn't tell what direction the sun is from under here, even though it's right there. You know, the clouds haven't got here yet. You could see the sun if you were on the beach. But as soon as you're in here, it's all just one big green glow, because it's coming through 2 and 3 canopies worth of shrubs to get to you. It's spongy. The ground has got sort of, you know, that much give to it when you walk, because you're walking on rotten soil and rotten leaves, and it's springy and kind of light and kind of unstable and a little slippy. It's stupid hot and stupid humid. 10 steps and you're soaking wet with, you're not sure, your own sweat and the moisture from the air and the moisture dripping from the trees and the sound. It's like living inside like living in a condensed zoo. There's monkeys howling and birds screaming their love for each other in the distance, and just everything makes noise. Even the trees creak and moan, and as they move in the breeze. And as you move forward, who's first?
Sid would be first.
Both of you. Okay, you did it to yourselves. This happens in a space where it's wide enough for the two of you could be walking side by side. There you go. Which means neither one of you gets any warning whatsoever. as the ground under your feet suddenly starts to first it feels like it goes soft, like it's full of air, like it just was almost like quicksand, but then it starts to boil up around your feet and up around your calves. You have disturbed a termite mound and half collapsed it in. You're almost to your knees, and the termites are mad to say the least. So we're going to get our first roll of tonight, and unless you can tell me some other way, I should have talked about the rules. It's just constant when I talk. Static and Morse code.
I want to stay calm in that sound.
So you can use, that would be soul, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Bison, where are you? What are you using?
Sid is going to termites. Well, if we're in the green jungle or we're in the jungle, he's going to try and basically jump out. Oh gosh, no, it's my foot's getting away. Yeah, he's just going to try and power it.
Just power
try
it up. So I need a body roll from you, and I'm going to get a soul roll from Veronica. But first, I'm going to explain the rules. They're here right on the screen. You have 2 stats, body and soul. This is going to be the first time we use them. They both start at 3. You're going to be rolling 3d6 of your body dice, and we're going to be rolling 3d6 of Janet's soul dice. So let's do that. Let's roll those first.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, that sounds like a fail. Is that a fail? You did not roll any 5s or 6s? All right.
A 1, 3, and 4.
All right, so you power out of this hole and you make it. I mean, you get free and you grab grab a vine and pull yourself out of this boiling mass of insects that are angry as hell at you. And it's going to take you a couple minutes to sort of scrape them all off because they're all over you. And by the time you do, you can see some sort of leftover fangs stuck in you. There's some places where they got you. They got you really good. And it's starting, your body's starting, you don't have to wear the mask, man. I get
it just... It's unfortunately between the beard and the fact that I can't see shit.
Yeah, it's all good. Leave it like that. Now Mr. Bones is looking at the roof. Anyway. It's there in spirit. But yes, by the time you get that all cleared off, you realize you've got a pretty solid limp going. And you're going to lose one of your body dice.
Use the one that failed me and rolled a 1.
Gone.
Throw that one out.
I've checked it on, I've done it on the screen too.
What about me?
Oh, I was waiting. You rolled 2 3s, dun, 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 and a 5. So you did make it. You just stayed calm and sort of looked down and sort of stepped into places where the least amount of bugs were and used a stump to climb out a little bit and sort of thought your way out of it rather than just powering through. And you managed to pull yourself free. You don't lose any dice. I didn't mention, once per game, maybe more than once, probably only once per game, you can go all in and roll body and soul, which is all your remaining dice. So in this case, if Sid were to choose to do that on his next roll, he'd have 5 dice to roll. And the results are the same as the above, except if you fail a body and soul roll, you're out for the rest of that scene. And if you roll 3 or more successes on a body and soul roll, not only do you defeat the challenge in a singularly spectacular fashion as per the rules, you also get to keep your body and soul roll for later. Call that the Leroy Jenkins rule. So, you pull yourself, Veronica, you climb and work your way out of the pit and away from the termites and get clear just in time to see Sid wiping the last of his bloodied calf. I know you're wearing big heavy boots, but I like the idea that they got inside those maybe.
Mm.
And so you had more trouble getting rid of them. But yes, you now have a distinct limp, which is going to affect your ability to body from this point on.
Zigged when I should have zagged.
When do you have a chance to look at it from the outside after like this? Sorry, go ahead, Veronica.
Yeah, I was doubting that maybe you should buy the spray for insects before.
Forgot my
across the island, just spraying everything.
Forgot my deed at home.
But now that you've had a look at this trap, you can see what it is. Like you could see them now. From you look up the trail, it's like, oh, there's another one there, and there's another one there. We can work around them. And as you start to do so again, Sid, with that limp, maybe slowing you down a little bit. Not to mention, open wounds in a jungle is something that you're probably going to want to keep an eye on for infections and other such nastiness.
Slather it in Listerine and let's go.
Oh yeah, just pour everything you got on it. And now we quickly cut to the other end of the island. At the far end of the island, the waves from the oncoming storm are eroding the sandbank, and a rusty metal barrel tumbles down onto the beach. You can see the skull and crossbones. You can see it's a 45-gallon drum from World War II. You can see that it's eaten away from the inside. And when it hits the beach, it cracks open. And a green gas starts to pour out. And as it does, it starts to eat the container even more. One of the first things it eats is the date stamp. This was buried in 1944. Another barrel tumbles free, and another. Dozens, then hundreds of them pounding against each other and breaking open on the beach. The very first lightning strike hits right in the middle of the mass. The explosion is huge but slow. It doesn't go bang, it goes whomp. And the resulting green cloud settles low to the ground. The breeze pushes it into the trees. We cut back to the two of you.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. What was that?
And almost in answer, the storm breaks.
Which should
Through the trees, lightning through the trees, like through triple canopies, it's all like sheet lightning, right? Whole areas of the forest just light up.
We should find place for tent before we get wet from the storm.
Shelter will be the best thing. We're still a day's walk.
It's a good idea too, because it starts to get dark. The clouds roll over the sun above the canopy, so now there's almost no light getting to the green. So it goes from being green like something pale green, like an unripe banana, to green like dark green, almost like a forest green. It's hard to see. You can hear the rain hitting the top canopy, but it's taking a while to get through and to get down here, so you've got a couple minutes. You can hear the rest of the storm coming. The water through the trees, the darkness under the clouds, the rain, the lightning. You also hear animals howling at the storm as it approaches.
Faster we do this tent. I want to feel more safe from this weather.
So you start setting up your tent. You each have your own tent. Let's make it easy. So you start setting up your tent on a little hill, because you've done this before.
Yes.
You know, don't put it in a valley, right?
And place for fireplace.
I'm trying to. Yeah, that's going to be tough. But yeah, you start setting up your tent. Sid, what are you doing?
I don't want put fire, but prepare to put fire.
Yeah. Sid's gonna start getting his tent ready. He's got his trusty rifle right beside him, because this would be a perfect time for a jaguar to have a snack or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's an island in the middle of the South Pacific. There's all sorts of things that can try and kill you.
That would you help me faster put tent? Would be faster if two people.
It is. Yeah.
In this weather, especially.
Many hands make light work. Right.
Perfect.
Thanks.
So the two of you start setting up. You get Veronica's tent set up. You know, open downhill and all the smart things. You turn around, and then Veronica, do you then help Sid set up his tent?
Yes.
Okay. You're about halfway through that, and you feel that spongy ground under your feet start to give.
I'd stop camping and run away. I don't want get trapped.
So that's definitely going to be you're running away. That's body dice. Sid, this whole slope that you were about to set your tent up on is starting to slide.
Oh crap!
Veronica looks up. Oh shit! And abandons her into the tent. It's a good call. It's like I'm not, it's self-preservation, right? She can't pick you up. You're too big.
Yeah, Sid's going to use his noggin and kind of find a large tree or like just part of it that doesn't appear to be part of the slide.
Yep. So you're rolling soul, which is anything but body, and Veronica is rolling body. I'll roll those.
Yep.
Ooh. Let's do it this way. You went last time first. I'll go first this time because Veronica, you failed. You rolled 2 2s and a 4. So as you're turning to run, the ground is moving underneath you, and it's kind of like trying to run on a mountain slide. You trip and you fall, and you're not completely buried, but sort of from here down. When the ground stops, you're buried in dirt up to your armpits. There's no way you're getting out of this yourself. And because of that pressure and the crushing of your chest, we're taking away one of your physical dice.
That's great.
I got a 5 and a 6.
All right, so that's 2 successes. So this gives us a chance to futz about with things a bit because 2 successes allows you to add a benefit. So 1 success would be you get out, like you get a big tree and get behind it, and the mud is moving around and downhill. Make that better.
Make that better by Sid sees Janet slip, sees Janet go in, or Veronica. Sorry, yeah. I was looking at the wrong part of the screen. I look at the wrong part of the Twitch chat. Anyway, so Sid sees Veronica go down, and he takes a part of a like a branch that was sliding past him, and he uses that as like as a way for her to get out. So he like slides it over by her so that once she's stopped, she's able to grab it and help pull herself out a little.
Thank you.
Okay. So
both get out of this. So
yeah, this way you don't have mechanically would give you your success as Veronica does not need to roll to get out now. They can just pull themselves out. So the mud stops. The storm is continuing, and now, just at this moment, is when the rain starts to come down through the canopy and hit you. The drops are this big, right? Yep, go.
I would say maybe for now you hide in my tent and we wait after rain for you.
That's a good point, Sid. Your tent is gone. So, as you start to if it didn't go during that slide, it's probably going to be pretty safe. The 2 of you jump into the tent, and there's no way you're getting a fire going outside, but the Smithsonian is nothing if not prepared, and they've sent you with a whole bunch of little Sterno cans. The little heater, it looks like wax. You open it up, it's like a tiny paint can, and you open it up and light it on fire, and it's like a tiny little stove by itself. You just have to make sure the vent's open because it stinks.
Oh yeah, gosh.
But yes, you will have enough heat to cook.
I will took from my country, Poland, ham in can and eat ham.
That's a very good point. We decided during the character creation process that Veronica is in fact of Polish extraction. So yes, thank you. So yeah, Polish ham. I've actually had it, and yeah, I want to. I'd get on a plane to have it again. That's ham done right. All the goodness. But yeah,
Sid being English has
Veronica, do you heat it up? over the little fire, or
No,
just cut it off
it,
the hawk and
yes,
yeah, oh yeah, just a knife and oh yeah,
Yeah.
caveman food. Let's go.
and spoon.
And a spoon.
Yeah. Sid's got since he's English, it's going to be corned beef and beans.
Oh Jesus, Sid! Oh,
Yeah.
it smelled so good in here a second ago.
He makes sure he's downwind.
So the two of you.
And
Yeah.
and Veronica would ask Sid, why you drink tea with milk? It's where it tastes.
I learned a long time ago it's not polite to talk about one's tea proclivities in mixed company.
All right.
You see this scar?
Yeah.
Yes.
He told the coffee drinker they shouldn't put sugar in it. All right, let's get back to this. Yeah, it is burning blue. You're at least inside. You're at least in this tent. You can see the tent bending under the weight of the water and the wind and everything else above you, but it's a proper tent. And I said it was dark outside, and it is. And hours later, as you're sitting there, hours later, you realize that the sun must be going down because it's getting even darker. And pretty soon, that little sterno can is the only source of light. The camera pans out, and the tent actually glows a little tiny bit in a pale yellowish blue from the one single sterno can inside. Veronica?
I have flashlights.
Okay,
But,
yeah. Oh, yeah. You would, yeah.
Yeah.
But it hits dark like it only gets in jungles. It's beyond black. If you turned out the flashlights, you literally couldn't see your hand at arm's length because there's no stars with the canopy, and the clouds and the storm, and it's pouring with rain. All you can hear is that on the tent, just that constant pounding stress on the fabric. And that's where we'll leave you for the moment because we cut away. And that cloud that we saw before rolls over the archaeologist's camp. It's a very quick scene this time because we start to cut away from the sounds of coughing, screaming, and eventually howling. Cut back to you guys. Lightning strobes illuminating the jungle.
We wouldn't hear anything with all the noise, yeah.
No, but something hits your tent. Something big and smelly and furry knocks out one of the pegs on the way by. Just boing, and one corner of your tent starts to collapse. And now that you're paying attention and looking around, you get the flashlight. If you hit the flashlights and look, on all sides of you, there is at first only a few and then more and more of the large mammals. Tapirs, capybaras. You spin the flashlight around, and in a moment of lightning flash, you see a jaguar outlined against the trees, or puma, sorry, wrong animal. Puma outlined against the trees.
My bad.
Yeah.
I wake up some branches and put on fire from this camp.
Yep.
This fire.
Sterno does burn outside, and yeah, you grab some branches and it'll at least make smoke and smell, right?
Yeah,
which brings up an interesting
I
thing.
I want to scare off these animals
to keep
with
them
this branch fire.
right away from you guys. It makes perfect sense. Yep. There's also monkeys in the trees above you scurrying, all heading away. Everything's heading in the same direction. You said you're going to make fire. It's very much like that, like they're fleeing from a forest fire. All the large animals that can move are all moving past you and into the forest. Birds in the canopy, birds are next, flitting through the canopy above you. You can only see them by lightning flash, and if you point the flashlight up, you get those bright flashes of tropical bird colors. It's all sort of, yeah, go.
I will look at Sid and said, what's wrong with them?
Whatever they're running from is definitely not something we want to meet. We should be
I
following them.
I agree.
Yeah.
And we um
And as he's saying this, he's duct taping his flashlight to his rifle.
Yep. Getting ready.
I will put out from my backpack machete
Yep.
and
machete.
go.
Perfect.
Mm.
So the
Yeah.
two of you head out and start to just follow the animals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sid
They're
keeping eyes behind also.
absolutely. This is their home and this is not your home. They're way faster than you. They're pulling away.
Well, yeah.
You
but-
start to get overtaken by the next wave, which is mostly birds and the smaller, less speedy animals. A lot of things that normally wouldn't be above the ground are on the ground running. A bunch of things that would normally not be awake at night are awake and running. Everything is fleeing, and the fact that you're running near them isn't phasing them at all. It's a borderline stampede as they head out. But the last of the birds and the last of the tapirs finally fades into the distance in front of you. You can hear them squawking and honking through the storm, which is still pounding down all around. You can imagine being in this jungle in this storm with only these two flashlights flashing around trying to show where you're going, animals blowing by on both sides, all of this. And then all of that stops. Except the storm. The animals are all gone. And that is when the insects arrive. Flying, crawling, jumping. They come straight at you from behind. They're not at all put off by the burning branch that you're managing to keep lit, Veronica. They're swarming the two of you. This is going to be your third roll. What do you do?
I want to go on tree or something like that to stay away from these bugs
Okay.
from ground.
Okay, so you're trying to get up. The idea is to get
Yes,
up the tree. Okay,
like
you're gonna climb.
yes.
I'm going to call that a good idea and let you use your soul dice because you've got 3 of those.
Yeah.
Sid, what is your response to wall of insects?
Wall of bugs. That won't work. That won't work.
Okay. Well, while you're thinking, I'm going to roll Janet, roll Veronica up a tree. Hopefully, a 6, a 4, and a 1. 1 success.
I think Sid's following her good idea.
Okay.
Trying to get
so give us a soul roll.
Okay. A 1, a 3, and a 6.
Ooh.
You always got to say the successes last. It's more fun that way.
It's like exposing your poker hand. Yeah. So the two of you scurry up the trees, which gets you past most of them. It's gonna neither one of you are gonna take any damage or lose any dice over this, but you're
It's a good
above
thing
most
I'm
of-
wearing a mask on this model, or I'd be face full of bugs.
Well, speaking of that, the ones that are in the trees are, I mean, they move this far in a minute, right? They're not getting away, but even those are trying to get to like the furthest point in their tree away from you. So they're still crawling over you and touching you and crawling on you, both of you. And as they do so, every single time one of them touches bare skin on either one of you, it burns to the touch.
Bloody hell.
It's a chemical burn. All of them the same. So it's not like, ants or whatever crawling on your skin.
These
Yep, it's in there. It was in a
bugs
content
hurt.
warning. I don't feel bad at all for the faces people are making. They're fleeing like the animals. You get that impression. They're leaving too. This isn't an attack. They're not biting you. But every single time it makes contact with your bare skin, it burns.
Terrible day to have sleeveless.
Both of you are looking down
Yeah.
there. It's like,
And I will shake off from my body.
oh yeah.
It's just,
So-
ugh.
After the last of the main mass of bugs disappears below you, two drop back down, and it's like getting all the weevils and stuff.
Yes.
As you do, it's like oh shit, oh. Every time you touch them, it burns. A millipede.
A millipede, like,
Oh yeah, it just leaves a line of pain up your arm. Now that you've got a second to look, those burns, I mean, again, lightning storm, middle of the night, forest, brain, you're shining a flashlight on your arm and you can just see like rows of tiny, tiny blisters.
I would say it's it. Do you have Scottish so I can pour on my hands?
It's like, I'll do you one better. And he pulls out a small bottle of actual rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
Now, this is going to
Yes,
sting a lot.
Yep. And you start treating the blisters. Nothing,
yes.
you're not gonna die today.
Yes.
But as you're doing that, you look around and there's a lot of these bugs sort of didn't make it much past you. They've died. There's a
Mhm.
bunch of them laying on the carcasses on the ground of the forest, and they all sort of turn white and start to get consumed, like it's almost like acids eating them.
Oh no. We
That's
need
not right.
to run.
Some
And
kind
I
of
will,
insecticide.
I will go fast.
So
Yeah.
Do
you
not.
just middle of the night, you guys are just flashlights running through the forest. Sid.
Sid's a
Yes.
little bit more careful about it because middle of the night running through the forest.
Yep.
You don't want to like land in a face full of this
Mm-hmm.
because
I want I want to run, but in way that I'm scared if I stay, this acid will burn me.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, yep.
Sid's advancing carefully.
So what I'm going to take from that is that Veronica is who's going to encounter anything that you guys encounter.
Mhm.
You're going to encounter it first. Is that fair? You're ahead of Sid.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
And anything that's coming behind us
Anything
would
that's
hit me.
sneaking up behind you is Sid's
Yep.
problem. As the two of you take off into the forest in one direction, the camera scoots up through the trees like a drone, cuts to the partway down the island, and drops back down again. You realize there's also a change in time here. These two things are time's going to mesh at the end. Back in the villagers lurch forth from their tents and their huts. They're not undead. They're poisoned by chlorine. Their eyes are completely white, like they've got cataracts. They cannot see except patches of light and dark. Their movement is affected by breathing it and getting it in their bloodstream. Each breath comes out and in as a hissing howl. It's eating them from the inside out. Over all of that, you can still see the desperation, the need for help. They claw and screech their way into the forest, headed straight for our expedition. In the background, the storm rages on. Back to the two of you. Moving like this, there's no way light other than the flashlights is possible. You cannot make a torch; it's not going to burn. Everything here is soaking wet. What do you think? Let's do this again. What are you thinking? Sid, you look forward. I want to do this thing because we did Veronica first last time. So Sid, you look forward, you see Veronica moving with a little less care than you, but still, not headlong into the darkness, at least taking some care. The animals are up there somewhere. Something's behind you. Something that eats bugs and is coming through the storm. What are your thoughts?
Survival. Um, he's looking for sight lines to make sure he's got as long a view as he can get for as long as he can. It's the middle of the night. This is not ideal.
Yep.
And his other thought is, damn this parrot. I'd rather be dealing with the ruins where it's safe.
Yes.
With ancient curses.
It's the whole working out on because the runes are actually on the coral reef in the lagoon of the island. It's a really unique environment. You should look it up.
I have joke,
Yes, please.
but Sid is okay with snakes or not?
I've had worse than snakes, but it's not the best.
The Indiana
Yeah.
Jones reference. I love it. So, Veronica, making your way through the forest, heading in the only direction you know where there's anybody, heading towards that little collection of archaeologists. They've probably got a boat or at least a radio. What are your thoughts?
I thinking why I will try to call from my cell phone while walking.
Thank you. Yep, you reach in and pull that out, and you look, and no bars. When you try to dial, there's no connection. It's a cell phone, not a sat phone.
And
Yeah.
I will say just great
Yeah.
and continue go.
Yeah.
Sid tries his radio.
Radio works. There's, at this point, given the timing, nobody answers. The only people in range are not answering their radio at this time.
Yep. Cannot come to the phone right now.
Yeah. But again, good thoughts. So as you're pounding through the
You've-
forest and checking
you've reached
radios and
the-
trying phones and trying to get help, right? And there just isn't any. Go ahead. You were going to say something?
I was going to say you've reached the number of. Please leave a message.
So the storm pounds around you. Veronica, you're.
I will.
Yep.
I will also say that I hope that this institute, Sonia, will pay us with us money for this danger.
Danger pay.
Definitely be renegotiating my tenure after this expedition. That's for sure.
If they don't pay, I will sue them.
Veronica, you power your way up this little hill, this little riverbank, and you get a clear view. Well, not a clear view. It's still the middle of the night. You've still just got your flashlight, but ahead of you, there's kind of a large flat area. It's still got trees, but it's not quite as tightly bound as it was behind you. And in the flashes of the lightning and of your flashlight, you see first perfectly white faces. Not white like Caucasian, but white like snow. Like it's the skin's coming off. White eyes, screaming, hissing sounds when they breathe, blood flowing out of the corners of their mouths, along with green foam. Somehow, the ones nearest to you lock onto you, maybe sound, maybe just sheer human terror. And you see it in the way that they're moving. They're looking for help. What do you do?
I will help by shooting his despair and my machete I will use because I feel like he's beyond saving.
Yep. So he's coming towards you, and yeah, it takes it. You don't need a roll. There's no roll for it in this game, but you don't need it. You can tell. Yeah. This guy's gonna drag you down. Yeah.
I want direct to his neck.
Okay.
Machete.
Yeah. All right. So that is definitely a physical attack. You've got 2 dice for that. Sid, you see Veronica stop and reach down and draw their machete and step forward to strike. You see those same, in that next flash of lightning, you see these faces coming towards you. Like I said, the skin's coming off. You see hands reaching towards you, covered in blisters like you were for where the bugs touched you, but it's every square millimeter of the surface.
Bloody hell.
And that desperate need. You can see them trying to talk and nothing's coming in and out, but because their lungs are literally liquefying inside them. There are dozens at least. What are you doing?
How close are they to me?
They're almost upon you because with the lightning strikes, it's like the strobe effect. It's like they're way over there, they're way over there, and then almost like a weeping angel. It's like, oh shit, it's right here.
Yeah. That first guy is absolutely getting a rifle butt to the face.
Okay. So if I need physical from both of you as they sort of the first wave hits. Janet, 6 and a 3. When it comes to, it comes to.
Yeah,
Fucking
You
duck.
chop at what you said you were going for the neck, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you cut almost all the way through. I mean, I'm not going to give you a decapitation. You're not a trained killer, but it's enough that you cut the whole front, and what comes gushing out is a green and red foam. In the darkness, it's like a demented Christmas colors. It's this
I will,
green red.
I will trying to go away from this
Yep. So
thing
you're gonna
I'm
start
not
with
rolling
and
these dice anymore.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
try to avoid
Yeah.
this stuff.
From the sounds of that, I'm going to say that Sid had a failure. Did you trying to
2 and a
try
1.
bottom a 2 and a
I'm
1?
I'm not rolling these dice anymore.
All right, so that one's gone.
Ugh. The gun jams.
Yeah. Well, you said
Not the gun
you were
jams.
hammering him
Yeah.
with it, right? I thought you
Yeah.
said yeah.
It's like he gets me.
Oh, I know exactly what happened. You hammer him with the butt, your hand slides down in the moisture, your finger goes in, sets off the trigger, and it kicks. Like you don't shoot yourself, but it kicks so hard you like almost break your wrist. Right, because you're holding it right down, right at the pivot point, right? Because it's not here. It's like, oh shit, and it just about breaks your wrist. So you're down to one body die.
Yeah. No,
Veronica,
it would have gone off like right next to my ear.
Oh yeah, and just
So
blam.
there'd be powder
Yeah.
burns.
Oh yeah, and you're knocked all askew. But the sole flash of color in the light. Every light up until now has been white, like the blue of a flashlight or the blue of the lightning. But in the midst of that, there's this red in the rain as Sid's shotgun goes off into the trees above.
Veronica was the genius, uh, and she kept going
And you're gonna run,
because
right, Veronica?
I avoid
Yeah.
going like avoiding these bodies and keep going
Okay.
somewhere away from those bodies. And she didn't wear a tune for gun because she don't know how to use it.
Yep. Absolutely. Sid, your limp has come back because you're tired. Your wrist is sore. Your gun has gone off. They're coming at you. There's a wave of them coming at you. You don't even know if you could run at this point.
Discretion's the better part of valor. And actually, when he thinks about it, he is going to, because he's got one shot left before he needs to reload.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a lever action. He's got a couple more. But doesn't matter. He is going to shoot up, and it's the round is aimed at a tree limb to like block them
Okay.
off,
Okay.
or at least make them, you know, because it'll be an audio distraction because these guys they don't appear to be able to see because
Yeah.
chlorine gas, geez. Although we haven't figured that part out yet.
Yeah.
And also it's a physical barrier.
Yeah. Okay.
So Sid's thinking.
So branch. So that's thinking. So that's definitely soul from you. So I need you still got 3 soul dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 3 soul dice from Veronica to see about avoiding business.
3, 4, and 5.
Wow. And a 1, 3, and a 5. So you both succeeded just. Veronica, you're sort of dodging and moving through them and bouncing your machete off of them to get by. One of them gets a
Yes.
hand on you and drags it down your arm, and you can see that blistering is starting. It's going to be nasty scar, but it doesn't do any damage because you got a 1, a 3, and a 5. You got that 5, so you do manage to get at least a gap away from them. They're still chasing you guys, but you've at least got a space this round. Sid, you and the branch comes crashing down between you and not the closest ones. There's still 2 or 3 right next to you because you're not going to drop it right here, right? You're not that old. You're going to drop it over there a little bit. So it blocks a bunch of them, but they're all around. There's dozens of them. So you're still in more danger than Veronica is. And you can see, because you stopped to do this while Veronica kept moving, you can now only tell where Veronica is because their flashlight through the
Yeah.
forest over there. And every time the lightning strikes, you can't tell where she is because the lightning overwhelms the flashlight.
He's gonna leg it.
Okay. So you're going to run. Can you sell me on that being anything but a body roll with your one die that's left?
I'm gonna make it a body and soul roll
Just lay, yep. So roll all four.
because
Yeah,
this is
This is it.
Sid think this is
yeah,
he's moving as fast as he can, he's moving as smart as he can.
yep. And you've got one per game. This would seem like a good time. If you get to 0 body, then you have to think your way out of here from this point on. And yeah,
5, 5, 6, and 4.
wow. So you did the 3 or more successes.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to tell me now, because 3 successes, just any 3 successes, always gets you out of this predicament completely. Plus, in this case, you don't have to use your body and or you don't lose your body and soul roll, so you can use it again. But tell me how, with 3 zombies right here and Veronica disappearing into the distance, how do you temporarily at least get away from these zombies?
Okay.
They're not zombies, but we're going to call them that.
Yeah. These poor bastards.
Because chlorinated archaeologist takes a long time to say, and it doesn't have the same sort of bang to
Yeah.
it. So,
Okay, so what does Sid do? He starts by taking a tree limb as he runs past and letting go.
yep,
So
just a flap. Yep.
yeah. So that takes care of some of the guys that are immediately after him. And then I think what he does is he sets off a flare and throws it in the opposite direction, thinking that because they see the
They
light.
can hardly see. Yeah, that
But they
makes
can see that
perfect
light.
sense, and they're so damaged. Just like light is. Yeah. Yep. That's absolutely brilliant. So you and then throw it into the trees,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn to follow the flashing.
Because where he remembers, because that's the rest of that soul is remembering where he saw Janet and where
Yeah.
she would likely be running.
Following that pattern. Perfect. And it works.
I will,
Yeah. Okay.
I will
Veronica? Yeah.
observe, I will observe that and see that it is working, and I get the idea what to do next.
Okay. What is that?
I will grab my water bottle and put flashlight to bottle so bottle will light like a lamp
Yep. Brilliant. Yeah.
and throw so zombies will see this light and not me.
Yep. Oh, so you put it on. Oh, do you leave it behind you on the ground?
Yes,
Oh,
we
so
in bottle.
yeah. So you're now moving into the darkness with no light.
I have the fire branch
That's gone out.
because
Or I think Kevin said that went out.
Yeah, it went out. Yeah, you can't keep a torch going. I said that a while ago. So
I still better go with the light that
Yep.
with light so I'm not bite
oh yeah,
for
Yeah.
zombies.
that's brilliant. And I don't need a roll for that. That's just really smart. That's just yes. You saw the light work as a distraction, so you create your own. So the two of you sort of get away from this group. You can see them sort of piling on each other on the light. And if you stick around for any length of time, you see them start to just die. They can't breathe anymore. They just curl up and die. By now you would have figured out that it's chlorine. It's just a huge toxic concentrated cloud of chlorine that's blowing in this storm towards you.
So we need to keep moving.
The problem is that the only possible way off the island is at the archaeologist camp, which is where these guys just came from.
But if we get to the beach, the wind coming off of the storm will blow it away. At least enough that it won't try and kill. It won't kill us. Because gas
We can,
dissipates.
we can still try and make draft and swim.
Not in this storm. We're not going to cast away this.
You smell now as you're standing there heaving for breath because you've been running all night in a storm now. And half the day you were all crouched up in the tent like this, and then suddenly you're running around for hours in the storm. You can smell it now. The chlorine.
I will
It's coming.
cover. I will get my scarf or something
Yep.
and cover my face.
So there's only, well, unless you can think of something else, running downwind is your, I mean, what else is there to do?
Yes.
Gotta like it. I mean,
I'm
there is a
curious.
way. There is a way, but
Tell
it's
me.
not. It's the World War One way,
Which is
and
peeing on something and putting it over your mouth. Yeah,
peeing on it, and
it'll keep it from getting into your lungs. It won't stop it from burning your
yeah,
skin and
it'll do everything
eyes.
else though.
Yeah,
I'm curious. One thing.
Yep.
What would happen if we go on top of trees?
Climbing up.
Yeah,
Up,
above
up,
this
up, up, up.
cloud.
Chlorine is heavy. Chlorine sinks to the
Mm.
ground, even in this storm. That's a brilliant, brilliant answer
Yeah.
to this, and I think you just saved both of your lives.
Yes,
Um,
I will got that.
the two of you,
Yeah.
once again, the foreshadowing was brilliant. It's like we wrote
Yeah.
this story instead of made it up. You climb trees again, like you did to get away from the insects. And it's that you get up as high as you can, and it's stirred up by the storm, so there's always going to be some that sort of gets. It's almost like being above the waterline in a constantly rising storm. You keep having to climb higher and higher as the cloud gets thicker and thicker. Pretty soon you could tell your feet are going to be burned by this experience. You know, by the time, if you survive this, at the very least, your feet and you're breathing some of it. You're having a hard time breathing, but you do manage to just keep getting higher and higher and higher. And as the morning comes, damn it, you're both gonna live. I hate this, because it was such a brilliant idea. The morning comes. The clouds break up, and the sun rises over the horizon. The two of you are like this, each around the top of your own tree, just sort of, now that the light's out, you can see each other.
I will sit down on top of the tree.
Yep. So you're sitting in the tree on a branch up high.
Up,
Yep.
on top of tree.
Right on the top. Yep.
Right on the top.
And that's where you both ended up. Like, there was no more to go. If it had come up another 20 feet, you guys were dead. But as it is, the trees that you're in, as the camera pans out and does the long shot, up to within about 2 meters of your feet, they're dead. They're burned in that white ash that covers everything else. And as you're climbing down, you're going to have to be careful. You're probably going to burn your hands and such on the chlorine that's left on the trees. And you can still smell it, but you can tell it's not as bad as it was.
It's community pool bad, but it's not going to kill you bad.
But the whole, as you get to the ground, you look up, the whole forest, up to 30, 40 meters, is dead. And through that, you have to be careful, because as the wind blows, these trees start to fall. They're dead. They're breaking and falling around you. And you make your way towards the archaeologists' camp. By the time you get there, you're thrashed. You have been going nonstop for a day and a half. That's what it took to get here. You had no rest, because sitting in that thing for the afternoon was not
And
restful.
wounds.
And you're wounded and burned and traumatized, and you realize as you stumble into the remains of the archaeologist camp, which is, again, everything's got that chlorine burn. There's one little rowboat Luckily, the seas have calmed down now, but there's one little rowboat because you can hear behind you they're coming this way.
Expedition be damned. If we found 1,000 of those birds right now, I wouldn't stay on this bloody island.
Veronica?
I would think that if I can something throw to catch this bird, like, I don't know, like
Yep.
a net or bag.
There's a fishing net.
anything.
There would be a fishing net on the boat for sure, but you don't see there's no animals as far as you saw. All the birds at least left. The animals are somewhere. They wouldn't have swam.
I don't
The
know
pigs would.
what I do.
Some of them
I
would.
try- I would just wait. I don't know what to do.
Sid, you said you got in the boat.
That's what he said. He's like, I don't care. It's like,
Yeah.
Yes, I would also to both,
Okay.
but I don't know if I have enough energy. I like it's catching us.
This is
The
the
freaking
last scene in the
ass.
movie, right? The two of you, unlike every other horror movie ever, there's two survivors here, and you help yourselves down
Yes.
the pier and into this little boat. And between the two of you, you manage to get the sail up, and this is South Pacific Island. There's another one, sort of 10 kilometers away. You can get there now that the storm's stopped. That's not the issue. In fact, there doesn't seem to be an issue. In that beautiful morning sun, the two of you push off. And to be fair, you look like you've been through a chemical war. Your clothes are all burnt. You look down, there's no color left in any of your clothes. It's been bleached by the chlorine. The places where you've been touched is bubbled and blistered, and you look at each other's faces and you can see it. Now that the rain's stopped, you can see the burns around the mouth and around the nose where you were breathing it in. It was that close. Your feet are burned, even inside your boots. It's probably going to be months before you're actually healed. But at least you're away. And as you clear the end of the dock, you turn and look. You can look behind you, right? And another group, they've come home. The ones that you didn't kill have come back to the camp looking for help as they struggle in and fall and crawl along the dock towards you. You leave, of course. They were beyond saving 8 hours ago. They're definitely beyond saving now. And as you sail out of the little bay, a bedraggled and rather dull-colored little parrot, you've seen the pictures, Oceanus eclectus, lands on the bowsprit of your boat, shakes the night's water out of its feathers, and sits there looking into the morning sun for all the world like a figurehead.
I will kind of try to catch this bird. Do not
The
fly
fishing
away.
net.
You sneaking towards it with the fishing net, and it kind of gives you the look and the other look, and it jumps down onto the deck and just hops right up towards your feet and looks up at you. This is why they were extinct, or all but extinct, for 3,000 years. They have zero fear of humans. They've never learned to fear them. So you can scoop it up with the neck. You can pick it up on your finger. You realize it's not afraid. It's not going to fly away. It's
I will
leaving the island with you.
I will still catch.
Yeah.
Do something. Because when we boat swimming, this can return to island.
Yep.
This bird. So I don't want.
You find because it's a movie, you find a bird cage in the boat. And so you hang it on the deck from the mast. This beautiful, very boring, it's not beautiful, it's a very boring little parrot, but it's the one you came here to get. As you sail off into the unexpected survival of both of you, damn it.
I will also
Close us up.
feed. I will also feed the bird with some crackers from my pocket.
Yeah. So you befriend the bird. Sid, take us up. You see Veronica feeding this bird, the bird that you came here for, After all that almost dying, the fucking thing flew
His
up and
entire-
landed on your boat.
All of his colleagues are dead.
Yep. Oh yeah, all the archaeologists are
He
dead.
is
The
seriously
island's toxic for
considering-
100 years.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
seriously considering, a desk job after this. And he looks at that bird. He looks at that bird. It's like, why? That's all he
The
says.
ultimate question. Veronica, you had something you wanted to add?
And do you join my suing to this institute for sending us to this death?
if okay, let's do the epilogue.
I think
the Smithsonian would rather not admit that they sent you into a dangerous place. And so, without having to go to court, you are both given perhaps the most valuable gift ever, a tenured position at the Smithsonian with a huge signing bonus.
tenure. It's like it's the one thing a professor asks
It's
for.
the you
like-
can't fire me button. It's the
Yeah.
I'm immune
I
to all
want-
things. Yeah.
I want also recompensate
Oh
for
yeah.
for my wounds.
Oh yes, all the
Yeah.
best medical in the world, paid for, absolutely. Stem cells, whatever you want. Yeah, they just want this to go away. You've made them. I mean, as much as they were the number 2 ornithological school in the world.
They now have a
They
bird.
have the only known living thing that was saved from the brink of being killed after being extinct for 3,000 years. You got even if it's the last one, it's still a they can at least get DNA from it. All of the healing foreskins. Thank you. But so the two of you become fully tenured professors, and I think there we will drop the curtain on tonight. I cannot believe that you both lived. I'm not upset. I'm happy. Like I said, I like your idea, but let's do that instead is one of my favorite lines. And Janet, you did it again.
I half
this is the
expected to
pirate ship.
choke.
Yeah, this is the pirate ship moment all over again. You saw through all the nonsense and you saw the easy way out, and not the easy way out, the smart way out, and you did it. So thanks to you, let's face it, you saved Sid. Sid was looking for a place to be a hero, to run out of dice so he could do a heroic death, right? but you saved him from that. So
He also saved me when I in Grant.
Yep. Oh yeah. I like the way we wrote this story. Everybody was expecting somebody to die and then they didn't. So thanks
I
to
honestly,
you guys.
I fully expected to choke the body and soul roll.
Yep.
With my dice luck,
Yep.
my absolutely horrendous dice luck,
Yep.
I still survived that.
Instead you rolled 3 successes. So
Yeah, I'll take it.
Happy early birthday.
Yo.
That's all you're getting, by the way.
That's all I'm getting.
So, it's time for the time. I gotta ask, Janet, was it spooky enough?
But I wasn't scared.
Oh, I didn't. I
yes.
never said I was going to scare you. I said it was going to be spooky. Was it spooky?
You know, yes.
Okay.
But you want to know what would be for me even spooky
Okay.
for next time?
All right.
Any occult stuff like some cools.
I already have an idea for a Ouija board sort of Jumanji sort of game. So yeah, I'll you're penciled in for next Halloween already.
I always like kinda spooky when I seen video game or movie like Pentagram and someone
Oh yeah.
summoning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the challenge I set for myself for this one was to write a horror story that had no supernatural elements to it. Right? It was chlorine gas
Yeah.
poisoning, so it was a very mundane source, and it plays out like a zombie movie, but they're not zombies, right? So that was my personal goal with this one. But yes, if you when you see me pull it on this, I'm getting sick of wearing this thing. It's really really snug. But So yeah, I'll go all occult on your ass next time, Janet. That's you. I'm
Please,
never gonna scare you. I accept that, but I'm gonna spook you. So we'll get
eh, please, folks, don't listen what I said.
but it is time now for my favorite part of the night. Actually, as much as I love playing and I love having a good time with all my friends, my favorite part is telling them how much fun I had here at the end. So, Bison, it was. I spent all night watching you going, is that a heroic moment to die? Is that a heroic moment to die? And then you lived, and credit where credit is due, you didn't get grumpy about it. So thank you for playing the tragic hero that ended up not being tragic, and only ended up being half the hero because you guys saved each other. So thank you for bringing Sid back from the watery, messy place we left him as basically the king of the city. But never mind, that was a different version. So thank you for bringing Sid for us tonight. I appreciated that a lot. And Janet, you know where this is going. You did it again. I love it. I keep saying, once my players do things I don't expect, that's when I get happy. You did it again. You totally figured out how to avoid the. It was going to be just a continuous series of tests until one of you ran out of dice. Until you got to the water. That's how I was going to get rid of the rest of the dice that were left at this point in the game. But you defeated me, and I bow to the brilliant idea you had off the cuff in the middle of a game. That's why I always love you in my games, is because you never fail to surprise me. That is high
Thank
praise.
you.
You're very welcome.
I
You,
try to logical play.
yes, yes. And it's hard to do sometimes because you wound up in the moment and it's like, yeah, 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 we're doing. But to then have that moment of clarity that go, wait a minute, he said chlorine. That's heavier than we can. Yeah, brilliant stuff. I love it. So thank you both.
With Bugs was the same.
Fire, yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Just good ideas, just bang, 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 and I love that kind of play in my games.
And bottle.
Yep.
Yep, it
Everything.
was
Yeah, you just
all great, smart ideas.
an endless string of good ideas, which makes you a spectacular role player. Although some GMs who are not as flexible as me might find you stressful, but I love it. My line is, I want to feel like I'm dancing
I
blindfolded, naked on a razor blade in the dark.
I really
That's where I
like
want to be trust wise.
I
So yeah,
really like I really like that you are also changing and not give illusion of choice.
yeah.
Like one game master I
Oh
played
yeah, yeah,
it with part to go to inn or to catacombs
yeah.
or to a riverbank.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
you've
yeah.
only got the choices that
False
he's
choices.
prepped.
Yeah, and
Ugh.
and
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 only catacombs
yeah.
he left us.
Well, I'm going to thank you for that on an extra level, because on a game like tonight, when somebody sort of throws that curveball that you weren't expecting in, and I can still play it out, and I can still finish the story. That's something I'm very proud of being able to do. So thank you for that. I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. It's flipping. It's Halloween. You had 1,000 things you could have been doing. You could have been out terrifying the
Happy
children in your neighborhood. Oh, yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to
Yes.
everyone who's watching this, whatever day it is and whenever you watch it. So, in the spirit again of where we started, tonight is for and will always be for those who love Halloween and for whatever reason couldn't get out on Halloween as they wished this year. That probably, now that I think about it, includes me. So, to all of us, thank you for being part of our community. It's the most special place I've ever been in my whole life. It's the thing I'm most proud of being part of. And it's not me that did that, it's you guys. I started it, I'll take that. But it's every single member of this community coming here with the best of intentions and the willingness to listen and the willingness to just be friends and be social and be supportive and be loving of each other is a big damn deal to me. A safe place in our world is a rare thing. So I'm glad we can provide that for our people. Before I get too maudlin, I'm going to thank the last people that are left. If you watch this on the VOD, thank you. We see the numbers; they're really good numbers. We get a lot of people tuning in after the fact to watch these shows. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the buttons. If you watched all the way to here, you must have enjoyed it. So hit the thumb, hit the bell if you want to know when we put stuff out, which typically is around 5 to 6 nights a week now. So tune in. Bat Kyle, I see you over there pretending to be a badass, but you know what, buddy? You can pretend to badass all you want. You're a great big marshmallow, and we love you to pieces. So thank you, always, 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 to our people in chat and on YouTube. And finally, for the last bit, I feel like I don't have to say this anymore because you all know it and you all work it into your daily lives. But I'm going to say it anyway because repetition goes a long way to remembering. Please, until the next time we see each other, please be nice to each other. Good night.
Bye.
Have a good night.